After nearly 48 hours of Indian aid arriving in Turkey, earthquake survivors are being treated at this Indian Army field hospital set up in the quake hit zone within hours of the deployment of the rescue team. More search and rescue teams, dog squads, as well as medical equipment and medicines have been sent to Turkey for assistance. As anger grows in Turkey, that poor enforcement of building regulations contributed to the collapse of many buildings in Monday's earthquakes. Over 17,000 people are now known to have died across Turkey and Syria. This as temperatures are plunging to as low as -5 degrees Celsius and thousands of families are spending their night in cars and makeshift tents, too scared or banned from returning to their own homes.
We were caught up in the earthquake at home at 4 o'clock that night. After the earthquake, we took the children and went out onto the street. Then we went back into the house and got caught in the second earthquake. Then our neighbour told us that a tent city had been set up here, so we came here. Our tent was set up.
The massive damage caused by the earthquakes is evidently visible in these satellite images of Turkey released by Maxar. These images give an idea of the scale of the challenge for emergency crews over the coming days. In Syria, which is already ravaged by over a decade of civil war, the death toll has breached 3,000. One Indian national has been missing, the government of India has said, adding that 10 other Indian citizens are stuck in the affected region. Meanwhile, while admitting to his government's shortcomings, Turkey's president acknowledged public concern over the government's response, admitting the state initially had some problems at airports and on roads, but insisted the situation was now under control. However, as criticism mounted against the Turkish government, Twitter was restricted in Turkey. Access to Twitter has now been restored following talks between the company and Turkish authorities. As questions emerge over Turkey's preparedness, the latest estimates from the World Health Organization says up to 23 million people could be affected by this disaster. Parmeshwar Bava for NDTV.